Hello, my name is Kevin Oslin, president of Sportsmen Take Action, a Minnesota-based nonprofit sportsman activist group. We're going to talk to you about snares and dog tongue catching tube traps that the DNR is going to allow in 2014 on our walk-in access program. This is a program where landowners are paid $10 to $15 per acre by the DNR to let sportsmen, men and women, go out there and hunt with their kids. Similar to the PLOTS program in North Dakota. This is the sign that's on every one of those, well, it's actually 20,000 acres, 200 properties approximately. Each one of these signs has a picture of a hunter, dog, and a shotgun. After 3 years of the DNR publishing the 2011, 12, and 13 hunting and trapping regulations that trapping was not allowed, in 2014, they're going to allow basically any type of trapping to occur that would occur on private land in the agricultural zone, including what we're going to see here is the snares. The snares, here's an example. We're using a duck decoy, rubber duck decoy. The snout in front of it would be the dog's nose. Then here you'll see that snare is caught around. And now the new snares often have springs. They're these very powerful, short little springs, and they are just so powerful. Once the snare cuts into your dog, it cinches up, then the spring fires and cinches up another inch and a half, inch or more deeper into the dog, cut just so tight you cannot work it off. This will not let loose by itself. You have to have a cable cutter, some kind of a snips to cut through it. This is what it looks like when it's set, ready to fire, and then this little mechanism that holds it releases, and boy, it digs in. And the next thing we're going to show you is the tongue catching trap. Here's a side profile. It's about a 6-inch metal tube, about an inch and a half in diameter, maybe close to 2 inches. I have it set in the 3/4 position with actually a zip tie, because I'm going to demonstrate something to you here. The way this works, it's almost like a snare and a trap combined, a spring trap. It has springs on the side, but then the way it's designed is this spring wire acts like a snare. The raccoon sticks his paw in and gets caught all the way up to his wrist. Then it cinches down and then fires. The raccoon won't chew through the bottom of his paw because he can't get through this metal pipe. And a raccoon will not cut the top part of the paw because that would hurt since it hasn't gone numb like the bottom part. These are going out by the thousands. I'm going to show you what happens simulating a dog's tongue. A dog's foot can't get in there, its head can't, but boy, it's just right for a tongue. We'll show you what happens when I cut this release now. And you'll see what happens to this hot dog. There you go. That's what we have to worry about now on walk-in access starting in 2014, unless we contact the governor. Let's keep traps off these properties. The Minnesota statute that the governor signed in 2012 says no trapping was allowed. It said excluding trapping. This is a hunting program excluding trapping right in the statute. Now the DNR is going to allow any kind of trapping in 2014. Can you imagine trying to get your dog out of a trap like this? Now granted, a dog's tongue is much tougher than a hot dog, but it's probably going to cut in halfway. And then you have to get down on your hands and knees and squeeze this. Your head faces right next to the dog. The dog's going to rip your face off with its nails. And then when it gets loose, what's going to happen? That dog's probably going to attack you. With all that adrenaline, terrified, and you are the object of that pain because you're the closest thing to him when all that pain is occurring. This is wrong. These types of traps on walk-in should not be allowed. These snare killing traps with the spring should not be allowed. The Kona bears, the DNR is also going to allow on these lands should not be allowed. We demonstrated this in the other video. Look on at our website if you haven't seen it. Clamp down, Here's the nose of the dog, clamp behind the head, cinch right up, right down to the spine. And either breaks their neck outright if they're a spaniel, or strangles them if they're Labrador. This is wrong. This is so wrong. Minnesota's DNR is planning in fall 2014 to allow snares, dog tongue catching tube traps, and Kona bears on these walk-in access lands. This is a program with a high usage of hunting dogs. DNR has adopted a tough luck policy towards any hunter dog or child that might get caught in these unforgiving traps. Since the DNR has dug in their heels and will not change their tough luck policy, it's now up to us, hunters and dog lovers of Minnesota, to ask Governor Dayton to overrule the DNR on this public safety issue. We are SportsmenTakeAction.org, and here's how you contact the governor. Governor Mark Dayton, 130 State Capitol, St. Paul, Minnesota, 55155. Metro area 651-201-3400. Outstate, outside of Metro, 800-657-3717. This is wrong. Kona bears are wrong on these lands. It's wrong to have your dog's tongue cut off on these lands. And it's wrong to have them strangled to death by a killing snare. So wrong. Please contact the governor on the walk-in access program so this doesn't happen to your dog. That doesn't have to happen to your dog. And this doesn't have to happen to your dog. Go to SportsmenTakeAction.org. MEN, SportsmenTakeAction.org. Contact the governor, please.